There we go.
Howdy, howdy.
Welcome. Hey, and welcome, Dawn. One thing I got to ask you guys, I don't have a live chat um, thing on the window yet, but I'm seeing all the chat here. I'm assuming YouTubers are only seeing YouTube chat, correct? You guys let me know on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I got Twitch running, and Facebook doesn't have the chat, but used to. I don't know why it's not there today, but
I think when we post on the Prep and Paul post, it's going to hit Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
okay.
That's
Long
what's
as they're
going
not all seeing it. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Chris. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Don. Don, I've been thinking about you and those freeze dried meals. Thanks, D. And so when we get together here in the next probably month or two, since I don't even have it yet, we'll figure that out. What kind of food you want? All right, guys. I feel like I got too much light on me, but I'm not going to mess with it now.
You look good, Paul.
So tonight, a little roughage going on here. I need to do a trim. Tonight, guys, we're going to talk about the Digirig setup, which we've talked about before. Other YouTubers have talked about before. I think Ham Radio Tube this week. I think Mike got his he got his as well and did a video on it. But it's for the 891 specifically, and it's called it's the Digirig DR-891. Thanks, Don. And mine finally came in the mail. The previous one I have is just the standard Digirig, and I keep that in Japan with my other 891. And then the other one I had, which I gave away in the giveaway a few weeks ago or whatever, a month or so ago, that was the Digirig Mobile. So tonight we've got the actual Digirig DR-891 that's meant for the Yaesu 891, and that's going to be the continuation of my putting my CommsPack together. So let's see.
Well, we have a new one here, Paul. Adventures in Blind Videography. Welcome.
Let me share screen and this one right here. So this is the straight to the Digirig website. Now they're back ordered again. It took a month or so for me to get it, maybe 2 months. I can't remember now, but it did finally come. $80 direct from the manufacturer. I did notice on the picture here it shows Digirig Mobile, and that's the one I bought before, and I gave away in the giveaway. The DR-891 actually says DR-891 on it. I'm sure this is usable, but I wanted everything that was made specifically for the 891. Yeah, it took a little while to get, but yeah.
Go ahead. I think that's the trick. You got to wait till post.
All right, so I got my tablet over here running too. Let me add that to stage and remove this one. What did I do? Let's remove that one. Add this one. Oh no, it's the wrong one. That's not what I wanted, Michael. I want this one. Okay, so
there you go.
Sorry guys, this is gonna be a little bit darker. You know what, Michael? I'm such a dork. No, it's my OBS. It's this one.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Let's go say.
So yeah, we've got the 891 over here. I've got the Windows tablet I bought a little while ago for my mobile stuff, and I've been getting it set up with the software and all. And I just want to show you real quick for those who don't have a Digirig. This is. Is that in the right angle? There we go. See how it says DR-891? So that's how it'll come, even though their picture on the website says mobile. So if you look at the size of that, and then check out the size of what I was using right here. I was using for probably 5, 6, 7 years this Rig Blaster plug and play. Now that red, it's very good for mobile, and it has long cables. You know, so you could get your computer far away from the radio if you want, or whatever. Does cat control, CW, all that, and it was about $99. But that red box is about 3 or 4 of these Digirigs in size, and then all those cables. So when I ran that, it was cables everywhere, but I'm not dissing it. It worked amazing, and it was better than my regular rig blaster, the little box, because it was more portable, took up less space, and all that. Okay. Now, just as an example, this is one that almost everyone knows about the Digirig these days, but more people, in the past, my first digital interface was the SignalLink, which is right here. A lot of us know those, right? This is the SignalLink USB. It was a simple hookup. This CAT connection to a specific cable for my Yaesu radios, and then the USB went to the computer. Very simple. I have this connected now to my Yaesu 400 for VARA FM and digital modes if I want to do HF, VHF, or UHF. But check out the size difference, guys. It's a massive difference. Okay, so definitely this is the portable go-to these days, right? Until maybe those the AIOCs. I'm not sure if those are working. We're going to do something on that in a bit. But once, yeah, it's a brick now, right, Chris?
Yeah, Chris, I still use that signal brick all the time.
They're still great. I mean, it's unless I get surge or some kind of strike, it's never going to die. So it's a great, something for the shack or something where you don't really need to save space. So I'm not going to get rid of it, definitely. But you saw all the cables there on the rig blaster, right? Now check this out. I'm going to lift this up. Hopefully it doesn't mess everything up. The only cables that comes with the 891 are these two cables right here. Okay. One goes USB and one goes in the accessory or digital port, I guess, whatever that is. Okay. And I'm going to wire these in. And since you're not going to see it, this is the Armalock mount. I'm going to do it sideways. Let's try it this way. That's not going to reach. This is the Armalock mount to slide your Digirig in, and it snaps in here if you want to do that. The only thing I don't like is now it's created a deeper, it added like another inch. But the Digirig itself is going to add another ½ inch, I guess. But the bag I've got coming in a week or so will hopefully fit it. So let me set that back down. I'm trying to keep it to where I don't have to mess with it once we're set up. Now, here's what I was able to get rid of by having this Digirig 891. I had this USB extender to bring it out in front of the radio, the USB, and then I had the accessory extender. So I didn't need those. So that was, I don't know, maybe I'll sell that or something, but because now the cables are just in the back and they're going to go straight to that box where I'll slide the Digirig in and it'll snap in place. It's a little smaller than the standard size Digirig, but I did snap it in and it does fit. So it should still work. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to connect that tonight. I got it mostly connected, and then we're going to try a little FT8 or maybe WinLink or something, and we'll see how it works.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it took me
we
a while
got
to
a
get
bad track record, Paul.
Yeah, I know.
Track record. Did I say that right? Track record?
Yeah, I think so. It took me a while Chris, to get that Armalock and decide on it. It's kind of like some of the Chameleon antennas because of the cost. I put them off for years. And then once I bought them, I wish I would have just bought them initially. I finally broke down and paid for the Armalock because this is my radio. I'm not switching to ICOM or some other radio. I've got two 891s. I love this radio, and this is going to be my go kit. So I got this little webcam just to show the radio screen. Well, let me show you what I got here. I got my 12 amp hour. It's actually 15 amp hour. I wrote 12 amp hour so I could take it on the plane with me. And took the regular sticker. I took it off when I flew, but it's right here. It's 15 amp hour Bioenno. Connected a little voltmeter. I've got all the connections that I put on last time, so that's all set. I've got some things zip locked and everything, and then the Digirig is going to go right in here. Okay, looks a little blurry. I think it's connected to my Wi-Fi, so it's probably not. I'm probably using the Wi-Fi a little bit too much, guys. So the USB plug from here is, where did it go? Right here. That's what's going to plug into the radio. And it's just USB-C to the standard USB plug. I'm sorry, not the radio, the computer. Now, because I'm using a webcam, I've got this little USB hub, so I can plug that in. And then you've got the red 3.5 millimeter is connected in the back to the USB, so it's going to go right here in USB.
Howdy, Andrew.
And you've got the black, which is connected to the accessory port, and that's going to go there in audio. And that should be it. So that's it, guys. It's way smaller even than that Rig Blaster plug and play. And then, like I said, you should be able to snap it in here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me tilt the camera. So this just slides right in. You got to kind of open it up, slide it in. It snaps right in the middle there. Now, again, remember, this isn't the original size of the original Digirig that this was made for by Armlock. So you can see there's some motion, but it's not going any further. It's going to stay in there. Or actually, you know what? I think I got it in wrong. Sorry, guys. It goes in sideways because it was actually sliding out, I think. If it's wrong, and we're going to give it the stress test and see if it snaps.
We'll break it live.
And if you've never seen a stress test of Boeing wings, Google that. The wings on a Boeing aircraft stress test videos on YouTube.
Yep.
And you can see how far the wings bend before they actually break. It's insane. All right, then we're going to plug this in. And I think that's all we really need to do, because I just had this camera. I'll leave this camera kind of this angle. We'll keep this one up a little bit.
So originally the red was supposed to go to the pink.
Oh, okay.
They switched it to green. The colors on the cord were supposed to be for the colors of the connector.
Yeah, that makes sense, because yeah, you'd think it'd be the same color, but it's okay. So I'll zip tie these down, and so they'll be flush. And once I do that, I have the radio is going to be complete. It's going to have everything I want on it for digital, CW, external speaker, antenna out front here, all that. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of, we don't need that window now. Why didn't that go away, Mike?
It works. Your test is successful.
Oh, I know why. I'm confusing again because I've never run two computers at once. I got to go back to OBS, switch the screen. Okay. Now, I want this one, but I want us on the side. Can you figure that out for me? How about that? There we go.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we've got the, I guess I could just try WinLink, and we'll see, because I think I've got WinLink set for Telnet right now. So I'm using a pin, and for those of you who use Surfaces or whatever, do you double tap at the pin because it's not coming up? I'll just hit it. Oh, there we go.
I've never operated a Surface.
All right, as you can see here, I'm on Telnet, and we're gonna do. I did make sure I'm plugged in. Okay, I'm still plugged in. VAR HF, and then it should open VAR HF. Okay. No, we don't want to. Channel's busy, even though the radio's not on. Let's see if I've even got it set right, guys.
Howdy.
Manual, USB, external. Okay. Just go to Yaesu 891. And update that. Let's hope that pulls the, no, I'll wait for later. I haven't used this one in a while, guys. Let's see if,
And if you're just joining us, we are also streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and tonight, for the first time, we are on Twitch.
Yeah, it actually worked on Twitch today.
So, but if we respond to your comment in the comment section, it's going to hit all of them at once, except for Facebook. I don't think Facebook goes back and forth. I don't know. It might.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know I've gotten Facebook comments before, but
yeah, we can receive them. But when we post them, it doesn't show up in our. At least it doesn't show up when Twitch. We post it.
So as you can see here, the audio, guys, as most, if not everybody knows, right? That audio selection is the most important. And so for this, let's look and see if we've got something. Microphone array. It's not going to be that. So that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it won't work with the hub, is what I'm wondering.
And so Chris, don't worry, I haven't done WinLink on HF at all. So
I'm gonna remove the hub, guys, and that camera, and just plug straight into it. I've never used a hub with the Surface, so I don't even know if it works. And 50%, you have a 50-50 chance to get the USB in the right way, and I miss it all the time. Something's going on.
This device not connected.
Yeah, it's trying to PTT. It makes me wonder if the yeah, look, the default became the USB. So all right, it did. It sees it now. So let's see if we can. Session's running. Okay, here we go. So evidently the Surface tablet does not like USB ports or hubs. So now, as you can see, we've got device input. The microphone is the USB audio device, Realtek being the device on the tablet. And then device output will also be the USB audio device. And I haven't tested my ALC on this, guys, so we're just going to hope it works. It's actually on the FT8 frequency, as you can tell. A lot of activity there. And then what I'm wondering is if the cat control is set up already. Radio 891. Internal sound card. I don't know if I want to check that. Internal sound card. I don't think I want to use an internal. Oh, yeah, I do. Maybe it's talking about the USB. It's probably talking about the USB port, right?
So this device that you're showing, Paul, is it similar? You mentioned a signal link. So is it similar to a signal link where you would need a sound modem or anything like that to use it?
Yeah, that creates this thing. Basically, these are the audio. These are the audio interface. This is like a sound. This is a sound card, an external sound card, basically.
Right.
So it's going to be the same. I can't remember if this was a codec selection or just USB. I can't remember. I know my Yaesu 101 plugged in directly. It says USB codec. So you just kind of got to find that oddball name to interface it.
My guess
would I change USB digital? Yeah, I can change to USB digital. Let's do that. I tend to always use USB just because it has a wider spectrum. Oh, whoops. Let's go back to. Come on. Oh, it keeps wanting to update. Yeah, right here. But what I'm wondering is it's not changing it. And maybe I might need to reboot.
You may need to do the update.
Yeah, let me do the update real quick, guys. It's 1 gigabit download. It shouldn't take too long. I'm just noticing it's not doing the cat control like I'm used to. Normally, I would run the USB cable from the computer directly into the radio, and the cat control was fine.
So, Paul, what are you using as far as the? I know there's several in HF. I don't know them off the top of my head, but what frequency are you using for WinLink?
Well, that's what I usually do. Is I'll hit this up here. Can you see that highlighting with my pen? Oh, okay, good. So what I'll do usually is I'll go like to channel selection, and it's updated. I think it just updated. And then I might start with some of the regulars like the KD5 EOC over there in Denton County. And you kind of look at the frequencies. I'm not going to do 80 meter because I'm on the Hustler BTB, and the 80 meter is a very narrow bandwidth. So I'll probably do something 40 or 30 meter. I could try 20 as well. And I usually just start at the top. He might be. Yeah, I usually see him, but there's EOC here. Right. So yeah, I mean, you can start with any of them. I'm going to guess. Well, these are closer, so I don't know. 40 may not work with a vertical. But that's kind of how I would choose it. I might choose that one, select channel, and see how it selects it. But my radio is not changing, so that cat control is not working. Let's do this.
Anybody have suggestions? So D used it on FT8.
Yeah, I may just switch to FT8 to test.
Deployed real antenna and got full coverage of the U.S. with it.
Nice.
Very good.
Normally, I connect all my other software through. I run it through Ham Radio Deluxe. Okay, that's fine. Whoop! I just hit exit. Jeez. Sorry, guys. I'm not used to touchscreen with a pen. And my finger's too big to select these little.
I've never used a Surface.
Internal sound card.
Surface still.
See, radio control port. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, that was the problem, guys. So what we need to do is I need to look and see what port. It's probably, one's going to be the PTT and one's going to be the enhanced, if it's anything like the others. Okay, see how that has enhanced? So this is just like probably any other signal link in the rest. They're going to have one enhanced COM port, that's 5, and one standard COM port, which is COM port 4. So we're going to do COM 5, and I already know that the baud rate on my radios, I always set them to the 38.4, and I'll just leave it enabled. I usually keep RTS enabled, but let's just let's keep it at that. Let's let it restart. And now let's see.
Yeah, D saying that 4800 is the default on the 891.
There we go. And if I could plug the camera in, you'd see the radio would be 7100. So it is connected now. It is putting it on the right frequency. Sweet. And anytime on WinLink, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Anytime I use WinLink, I always like to listen myself and see if it's clear. The program will tell you if it's busy or not, right where it says channel free, for those of you who know. And let's bring this up too, because I like the screen. I always like that radio screen. And that green, kind of the teal green square is a cool indicator, and it kind of shows you the transmission. So I've got it set in digital mode, right? So I've got that set at 50 watts, and it's on it's on the BTV. It's all tuned with traps. So I'm running it through my tuner anyway, but let's go ahead and do this. We'll do auto connect. It's actually showing high SWR for some reason. Oh, it went to the 80 meter because I did auto connect, guys. Sorry. Yeah, it's going to have high SWR on 80 meters. All right, don't do auto connect. Let's select our own
Chris
channel.
Has a question. Does WinLink have configurations like WSJTX? I have to set up different for each radio I have in WSJTX.
Yeah, WinLink, if you connect, let's say I use this laptop and take it over on an ICOM, you're going to have to change the settings right here in VAR HF radio setup, just like I just did. You're going to have to change the radio up here. You're going to have to change the COM port, the baud rate, and I think you can leave that external with the Digirig. But yeah, anytime you change a radio, you will have to change settings just to choose the right radio. Oh, he's asking for profiles. Okay. He says no. For some reason, I went back to. Okay. We're going to choose that 40 meter frequency, 7101. Select channel. And then I'm going to listen for a sec. It's saying channel free. And we'll go ahead and start. Oh, let's bring this up. Usually I'd get a response by now. Let me turn this up. Yeah, just let me know if there's a comment or question I'm missing there, Mike.
Oh, I won't.
I'm going to stop that, guys. Hold on. Because I just realized.
So, J Good Games is telling Chris Bricker, if you follow the Tech Prepper and you are a Buy Me a Coffee member, he has a Google Drive with 891 cards. It's good to know.
What does he have on that? I'm one of his supporters.
Said it's on a Google Drive.
I mean, what is it? Just like configuration or videos or something?
And Dee's response was, yeah, I started making cards after Winter Field Day. I spent half the time trying to get JS8 working till I realized the FT891 quirks. Every radio's got quirks. And Jay just said printable field cards, solo cheat cards, like what's that book that you can buy? They sell it at HRO. You got the big instruction guide, and then you have the quick guide, or the one you can buy separate. There's a company that publishes it, and it's everything you want to have for any radio. You just buy it. You just look up what radio it is, and you can buy that publication. I forgot what that was called.
Yeah, I'm working on that, actually. There's the book, A5. I got that idea from Gaston. Waterproof pens. I bought a bunch of packets. They actually came today. And I'm going to do cards that I can put hole punches in. And 5mm laminate cards. And so that I can have all my SOPs and stuff laminated, and frequencies and all that will be in that.
So, Chris, are you saying we need field cards for ham radio operators? In case you get a group, you know what to watch out for on each ham, each individual person.
Every ham has quirks, and that's what makes the clubs so interesting.
Nice choice of words here, Paul. Nice.
I'll just say interesting. Okay, you guys can hear that? You know why I wasn't connecting? Because I was still on antenna 2. I was testing the alpha antenna hex antenna yesterday trying to make a video. So someone was just using it. It's in the noise now. Can you hear it?
It sounds like Barra, what I can barely hear.
It's a little in the noise. It's saying channel free, so I'm going to give it a try.
I need my big screen TV closer to me so I can see what you're doing.
Well, I'd really like to know why it's giving me a high SWR when I'm running through a tuner. Showing 50 watts. Oh, no, actually, yeah, I don't think the LDG tuner shows the right thing. I've got the SWR meter, power meter above that, and that one's actually showing 1.2, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I need to calibrate one of them. Okay, I'm not getting anything on that. So let's try Yeah, I've got 30 meters on that antenna. Let's try 30 meters. It's always exciting to get that reply noise. We can just get somebody to reply to us. I think I'm gonna have to go farther for 40 meters, guys. These guys are in the same county. I guess I could try the 20 meter, but
GOI is at the Godfather compound. If you want to have a reference there.
I've used W9OTR. Let's try the 20 meter one. I can hear somebody. I thought. Let's try it. Okay, something's not calibrated right. One SWR meter shows 1.2 and one SWR shows high. And I'm guessing since I'm not connecting, the high is probably right.
D's saying that FT8 is packed tonight.
Yeah, I think I'll switch over. Let me try one more thing, guys. Let me just make sure I got the right. I'm going to change it to lamp tuner instead of external. And let's see what it does. It's weird. It's still not tuning. Well, I just hit the tune button on the LDG and it tunes it, but one more time. Oh, there we go. Okay. Something was a little askew. But yeah, I'm going to be formulating my MCOMS plan, frequencies and all that. I would like to get a few people. I talked with the guys during K6UDA's stream Saturday morning. That was a good stream on bartering. If it comes to bartering, you know, what are the tips and tricks? Talk to them. I'd like to get a network of people that I know I can reach on specific, you know, and choose frequencies, kind of like Gaston's no random contacts, and get it set to where these are the guys I can reach for the most part on certain frequencies just because of the distance. Like I can always hit California. People in California, it seems like I can always hit them, but I can't seem to reach Canada that often. So, all right, now that we're working, guys, I'm going to go back to 40. Try this before we go to FT8. Let me tune it. It says it's tuned. Okay, it's working. Now all three show tuned. Let's see if that's... I heard something there. It must not be answering to me, though.
There aren't a lot of... now, I've never done WinLink HF, but hasn't much WinLink on HF gone to VARA exclusively?
Well, it's using VARA. That's what see where the graphs, this waterfall and all that is?
Okay,
that's VARA.
That's VARA. Okay.
So when you set it, yeah, when I set it in WinLink, when you set it in WinLink to do VARA HF or VARA FM, it opens the appropriate program as long as you have it installed. All right, guys, I'm going to go to N5TW. I'm just not having any luck when I try to record or film things when I try it. The chameleon loop I put together, you could tune it and do all that. I couldn't get anybody. I don't know why.
Well, we also had that SWR meter that you had in line.
Oh yeah, I still want to do. I'm gonna claim this right now publicly so you people know. I'm going to create a series, kind of like the emails and stuff that Mike and other guys get, and they read them the sad ham stuff. I'm going to start the series. I've been thinking of it a couple months. I just haven't made one yet. But that SWR meter, a guy made a comment like, this video should be much shorter. So I want to start a series. It's going to be called Sad Ham Shorts, and it's going to be under 60-second YouTube shorts, just posting the people that are sad hams that make just dumb comments. Like, don't waste your time commenting. Something like, this should be shorter. Yeah. Don't watch it. Go watch something else. Buy it yourself.
Sad ham as a trademark of not a Rubicon.
Yeah.
You ever watch that?
Go buy the tiny SWR meter yourself and test it yourself. It's $25. Don't watch my video, man.
Can you name one of the San Antonio HF repeaters we can switch to? Or not repeaters.
I was trying to find GOI, but I'm not. Oh, here, N5TW. I've been able to reach this guy.
Well, GOI is at NZV's location. And it actually scans between 3 sets of HF.
Oh, yeah.
Wait for a signal to come in, so.
There we go. Watch for the dots. It's not giving me any dots. Come on, man. There they are. Oh, the beautiful snowflakes.
Oh.
You see them now? Green dots now. I just think it's kind of a cool visualization. Well, there you go. Digirig DR-891. And unfortunately, before this, I already got my email, so there is no email. But as you can see, no messages sent, nothing received. But it was connected, guys. So there you go. Pretty easy setup. Just changing that audio and then making sure you connect your, do the right radio settings.
No, you can't learn ham radio by doing that, D. What are you talking about? You have to learn by studying for the test. And then you know everything when you're an extra. There's a lot of extras that'll tell you they know everything.
Yeah, I think my WSJTX is connected through Ham Radio Deluxe. Just it makes it easier for me because I'm familiar with it. Come on. Yeah, see, this is why I want my sound. Why isn't it connecting to the radio? Let's try this one. There we go. Okay. Now we'll do, we'll just do WSJTX. I won't do grid tracker or any of that. I'll just do this. Okay, I didn't like that. Watch WSJTX be the thing that doesn't work. Look at that. What the heck is going on, guys?
Hey, we got WinLink to work. That's a victory.
Yeah, I just want at least something that shows the digital, the setup and kind of how quick it works.
But you know what, Paul?
Easy setup.
Andrew just sent us a message. So if you want to do WinLink one more time, we proved it.
Yeah, if evidently, let's see if Grid Track will come up. Okay, Grid Tracker's up. Evidently, the WSJTX doesn't want to pop up for me. That's annoying, guys. Freaking annoying. One more option here. If not, Andrew, I'll go back to, we'll send an email because I don't even know if I have JS8 call. Oh, configured. It must be because it's. Yeah, this isn't set up. This is all wonky. The screens are all, I don't even know why this is like this.
Maybe you should study
Screen.
more for the extra class.
I guess I need to retake my extra class, guys. There we go. That's how it should be. Let me just choose over here on the left, and we'll do a. Where's the heartbeat? Where's the heartbeat? What the heck? That's weird. I thought heartbeat was on my bar. Might be confusing it. All right. Well. Heartbeat. Where is the freaking heartbeat? That's weird.
Chris said he's on the beta for WSJTX.
Oh,
and it lets
okay.
you know it over and over. Hey, Chris, you're on the beta for WSJTX.
Well, look, I think I still need to set something up here. Let's check the settings. Radio looks like it's connected. Rig options, control should be, should be Ham Radio Deluxe. Maybe I don't use Ham Radio Deluxe. Maybe JS8 calls connected directly. There we go. Here's the problem. See, look, got to change that again in this program as well. USB audio. Okay. Now let's try that again. Yeah, maybe I was running JS8 call by itself without Ham Radio Deluxe.
Does this program also tune to the correct frequency automatically? Or?
Oh, I didn't even look. No, it didn't. So yeah, Ham Radio Deluxe is cat controlling the radio. Let me manually move it to 78. As you can see in the top left corner, JS8 call runs at 14078, whereas WSJTX for FT8 and 4 run 14074-ish. All right, we're going to try one more time. And then we're going to move over and we're going to call Andrew and at least send an email.
What's the name of the burrito dog you have, Paul?
A burrito dog?
No, the name, the breed of dog.
Oh, the breed. I think they said burrito dog, like a wiener dog. It's the same as shoot, Chris is right. No,
Chris, yeah.
Yeah, Chris. Samoyed, however you want to say it.
Samoyed, okay.
Chris can probably correct me. All right, guys, we're going back to WinLink. We're going to at least send an email. Okay, close that. Andrew, if you want to send an email to me, then as I load it up, and I'll connect. And
I think you already did, from what I understand.
Oh, did he?
You just clicked it before it came in.
Okay, yeah, you should just have to put my call sign in.
Oh, he's got
let's try it again here.
He's got a 110 giant tripod rescue husky, 110 pound giant tripod rescue husky.
Yeah, Chris has the.
You know when it's coming at you.
I'm used to seeing the picture, Chris. I think that's on Discord, I think. All right, let's bring the cool screen in, and let's see. We'll stay with that same frequency. See, that's immediate, that comeback. Moment of truth, Andrew. This will determine if you have to get on the Ragchew Crew Sunday night stream and if we have to discuss WinLink usage again. Looks like it's getting something. I'm looking for that green bar just below the blue connected N5TW. Should be a green bar going from right to left, I think, on receiving.
I'm seeing dots.
You see that blue square connected N5TW rectangle? That gray bar below it usually shows a green bar filling up either right or left if you're sending. There it is. See how it's receiving now? And then when you're sending, that green bar goes to the right. So we just got it.
I'm loving this floofer discussion that we're having in the chat.
Yeah, the floofer
on the YouTube side.
Yeah, she nipped at me today when I tried to stop her from barking at people just walking behind. She's excited when she sees people or dogs and she wants to play. She's not like mean or anything, but it's like she doesn't know how to bark properly. She just barks like she's going to attack you. And so she went into her kennel, outside kennel, her bed, because she knows she's not supposed to when I come out. She runs around me and goes straight to her kennel thinking, oh, I got away with barking and all I need to do is go sit in my kennel. So I went in there to smack her in the nose. And before I did it, she growled and almost snipped at me. And I was like, oh, no, you did not just do that. So I ordered a shock collar. It'll be here tomorrow. All right, cool. There it is, man. You got it to work.
I use one of those.
Email.
I use one of those with my female basset, and it just took a few times. They ought to rent those things out because you don't really need them for long term.
I had one before that you could push the button. It wasn't working. She has long hair, but they had longer contacts. This one I got is just a bark one. I don't want to be sitting there pushing the button watching her. I want it on there. It's going to be tight. When she barks, I want it to shock her. We'll start with a low setting, 2 or 3. It goes up to 10, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, the one I had started with a little vibration. I just buzzed, and then it did a low level. If they kept barking, it went up and up, and you'll hear her barking out there.
Yeah, Chris, it's a barking like you. She's become a barker that's barking like if she was loose, she'd go for your throat. That's what her bark sounds like. She doesn't normally bark. She normally growls and grumbles to us, but she's learning probably from the dogs across the way and other dogs barking. I think she just thinks that that's the way she barks, but it's an aggressive, very mean sounding bark. There's a guy that used to go by and he would come pet her all the time. And I was out changing one of my sprinklers and she was in her kennel outside being punished. And he comes over, he goes, man, did something happen to her? She goes, I used to always come over and pet. She was always nice. I said, well, she's still nice. It's like she doesn't know how to communicate with when she's excited like that. She's like her tail's wagging and she wants to get out of the fence and play, but she's barking. If that was not my dog and I walked by the fence, I would not try to go pet her when she barks like that. But normally that's what I love about her. She growls and grumbles like, well, she doesn't come to the bed in the morning or anything and wake us up with bark. She'll wake up with kind of that just this low grumbling, and it's hilarious. So I love that.
Yeah, with our female basset, it was like she was barking nonstop all day long. And whether we were home or not, she would bark all day long. And of course, that's going to get annoying for the neighbors. So that's why we had to use the collar. But a few days on the collar, and we never had to use it again.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing. Like, someone rings the ring bell or knocks or something, she just runs with her tail wagging. She wants to go see who it is and play. She doesn't even bark when someone knocks on the door. She just runs up and wants to be. I kind of have to hold her back because she just knows someone's there and wants to play. But she doesn't bark. Someone could break in the house. She's not going to bark. She's going to play with them. She thinks they're playing. But for some reason, when she can't get to them to play with them outside of our fence, she's barking at them like she's possessed. I'm waiting for her head to turn around and start vomiting.
Yeah, Dee, I agree with you there. Dogs know. Dogs know a
Yeah.
character faster than we can pick it up.
I mean, I wish she'd be a little more guard doggish in the house, but she really isn't. She just likes to play, and I don't necessarily want her to be aggressive or mean, but I also don't want to restrict her from barking and stuff.
And
But I
every
got to
every
train her
time
to not do what she's doing.
every time I've been around Paul's dog, she just runs up to me and
Yeah, I've got to keep her down. Like, get off, because I don't want.
well, it's never
Keep-
jump on me.
I don't want people visiting and then they walk away with white hair on them.
No, that I don't mind it, but it's always I mean, she's very friendly, never barked, growled, or anything at me.
Here, let me bring her in. We got the Digirig. Come here, baby. Come here. He's not a puppy anymore. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Hi, baby. There we are. What's the matter?
It's a world debut.
Hi, everybody. I'm a dog. I don't know how to control my barking. When I'm excited and want to play.
I don't think she wants to be on the TV. I don't think she's given me permission. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Yes, she's a good girl. And she's fluffy like a little stuffed animal. Man, the hair, especially got a beard. I have to pull it out of my beard.
Looks like it's like a northern type dog, like you would have in the colder climates.
Siberian is, I think, where they're originally from.
But yeah, Chris, spreading love there, spreading the love.
Okay. My wife was reading somewhere that people were collecting the hair on them, and they were like making thread out of the hair, just like with wool. They twist. And I told her, I said, why don't we just go to Hobby Lobby and buy like 50 spools of thread instead of taking the time to do that? But
I saw somebody actually making plush dogs, plush doll, dog dolls using the hair. So
yeah, it's awesome hair. I mean, it is real fluffy and soft. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, out that way.
So okay, north of Moscow. That makes sense.
And it was funny because we got her, and I thought, from my wife's boss, and I thought, who in their right mind would raise a dual-coated dog originally from, Russia, Siberia, in Texas? And the funny thing is, when we let her out, she'll go out and she'll lay in the middle of the midday sun, and she loves it. She loves the heat. She loves the warmth.
So D is saying his wife spins yard, and people have brought her dog hair to spin.
Oh wow! I guess it works.
I guess so.
When that zombie apocalypse hits, we're all going to be spinning our dog hairs.
All gonna be shaving their dogs. Just
look, this hat's too tight, man. I got to loosen this hat. Okay, guys. So I wore this hat because this is my Japanese call sign. I had this made real quick. I got a friend that makes hats, so I'm going to make a better one for my other things I want to do. But JI1 GBC, and in 2 weeks from yesterday, my live stream is going to be from the Tokyo Ham Fair. I'm not taking a trip out and staying for 3 or 4 days like I planned. I'm actually going to work. A pilot buddy of mine, I'm working with him. He's a ham radio operator out of Tarrant County. He runs, he does Skywarn and all the same stuff I do here in Denton County. And so what we're going to do is get up early the morning it begins on that Saturday morning, have some breakfast, take the train down. And he said last year when he was there, about 45-minute wait in line. And I emailed the ICOM USA people and asked them, I said, I know you can't give me any, what the radio is or isn't. I just need to know, is it going to be announced at a specific time? I ask those kind of questions because I want to make sure I'm there for that X60, whatever it's called, for 60 years anniversary. And she emailed back. She said, I will get back to you after I find out. So she went and asked. She came back again, and she says, I would suggest you get there early to get to the table. So I have a feeling it's not going to be a big announcement, but she's basically saying everyone's going to be surrounding the ICOM table. So if you want to see it, you got to get in early to get in the front. So hopefully I'll be able to get a glimpse at least, because I'm only going to be there probably from 9 to 1 in the afternoon. So for just the first few hours of the opening. and hopefully get some good video and live streaming if the cell works inside the building. But this is what I'll be wearing. Got my hat. I'm ready to go, and hopefully get some good information out, because I don't know if I haven't heard of any other YouTubers going over. I mean, there may be some Japanese channels or somebody doing it too. Maybe ICOM's streaming too. But anyway,
Paul, by the way, Jordan's saying the new Kenwood mobile should be interesting as well. And
they got a mobile coming out. I got
yeah.
hair on my microphone.
Chris is giving us more information on the Samoyeds. They're,
okay, yeah.
Hey, you need to get a man pack for that dog. But Paul, here's my request for your Tokyo video.
I'm already getting Carhartt gear for her.
Here's my request for your video is do it vlog style.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a
I'm
vlogger.
hopefully gonna.
That's how I use. I still use the old G7X. I'm wanting to use the DJI OM3. No, what is it? The DJI Osmo 3. That's what it is.
Osmo, yeah.
Yeah, and which is the new one that all the vloggers are now using. So I'm out of date with the G7X. But
what I may do is
vlog your breakfast, because
probably...
it's so normal to you. And I always say,
know.
Paul, what do you eat for breakfast when you fly over to Tokyo? I have no clue. So vlog your breakfast, vlog the train trip, and vlog going into the facility. I just want the whole experience of a Tokyo HamCom.
Yeah, what I may do is I'll at least have something recording everything on the train, off the train, lining up and all that. I may not run. I have a battery pack for my phone, and I don't have any kind of battery pack for the camera, but I do have 2 batteries for my Sony camera. And I may just put my GoPro on my chest rig and just let the GoPro run too. So
Chris is on board with me. We need the whole experience. We need the food, the atmosphere, maybe I'll start from leaving the house or getting on the plane or something. Maybe a hotel room review while you're at it.
I just have to be careful. Like I can't show any airline logos, security. I got to kind of be careful with that though, guys. I can't record certain times and things, but I'll try to get some. Get a bunch of B-roll, put it together, and hopefully give you guys something good to watch. Yeah, I'll show that.
Chris, me too.
We stay at the ANA Intercontinental. When I hear that, I always think of John Wick, the Intercontinental. It has the best breakfast buffet I've had anywhere in the world. I haven't been everywhere, but I've been a lot of places. It's got a whole section of cheeses and sliced meats, olives, a whole section of like Asian, mostly Japanese, a smaller section of some Chinese dishes, a whole section, of course, of Western, like, different types of eggs, bacon, soft bacon and crunchy bacon. It's got the one thing I will record, which I think is freaking cool, leave it to the Japanese, is a pancake maker. You stand in front of it. It's got a glass screen where the pancake starts here and drops, and it rolls on a conveyor belt between 2 heating pads and then plops out the other side. And all you do is wave your hand 1, 2, 3 times in front of it to tell it how many pancakes you want. It is one of the cool.
I've actually had those before. They're pretty good.
Good. They didn't have it initially, but they got it about, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 months ago.
In fact, awesome. My friend Bob was talking about that. He's like, yeah, I saw this in Washington. I have never seen anything like that. It was in the airport lounge. But
it's pretty cool.
But I'm looking forward to that video and the whole experience. I know vlogging in Japan's a lot harder because there's different rules. I can film in a public area, and there's no perceived right of privacy for public areas. Japan has very different rules when it comes to filming in public. So Paul,
they're runny.
Paul's aware of that, and you got to be very careful with that.
I'll give you an example. When I tried to POTA at Prince Sheba Park, where that Tokyo Tower is, I don't know if you've ever seen Tokyo Tower. It resembles Eiffel Tower,
So it's painted like a
but
TV
it's red.
tower.
Yeah, and I think
Red
it's
and white.
smaller. It's called Prince Sheba Park. I backpacked over 20-minute hike over, and set up a tripod for the camera. Was trying to live stream. I set my my chameleon over in the corner on a small tripod because I knew I wouldn't be able to get the 2-foot spike through security. And a guy comes up. I met a guy that knows this. His friend is the CEO of Yaesu. We talked for a long time. He worked for Motorola. I encouraged him. He said afterwards, he emailed me a picture that we took, and he said I encouraged him to get his license again. I'm actually going to email him, see if he's going to be at the show. It'll be good to see him. But then a park guy came by after, I don't know, a couple hours of me trying to get FT8 to work, and I never could. It was a failure of a POTA activation. But he comes over and English, he says, what are you doing in English? Kind of broken up English. And I spoke back in Japanese. And I explained, well, I'm just recording, doing some ham radio. I said, here's a license. I just do what's called amateur radio. They call it amateur radio, not ham radio. But and he says, no, not YouTube, like not YouTube for some reason. And I'm like, well, no, I'm going to put it on YouTube later. He goes, like, no streaming kind of a thing. He's what he's saying. And I said, well, I'm not streaming right now. I'm just recording. And then he says, well, no tripods. Like, you can't even use a tripod in the park. So he didn't see the tripod in the antenna back in the bushes, but I had to tear the tripod down. So there are some oddities. I may get to this show. I don't think inside the convention center is going to have any kind of rule for cameras, but that's why I like just having a GoPro attached to my chest. It's all black. And if I wear a dark shirt, nobody knows that I'm walking through the towns, streets of Tokyo with the video running.
So companies that film like major motion picture film, they'll take a shot of one area, and they'll have to pay every business that might be in the frame of that shot. And sometimes they have to negotiate with 200 to 300 businesses, depending on where they're at, to make sure in case any part of their business happen to show up in a micro speck of that particular piece of film. And most of those businesses get paid. And a lot of Hollywood filmmakers, they say, nope, I'm not filming in Japan ever again, just because of how hard it is, because of the...
I can understand people, here, if you're in public, it's kind of open, but I can understand people that don't want to be on other people's videos. I get it.
Yeah.
So, I can go either way on that one, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I did it last time. No one complained other than, I can't stream in that park. And that could be just that park. Somewhere else may be fine. But so anyway, I'll put it together. I'll try to do a live stream of the radio and then put together a full video the week after or so. But this week I'm doing training Friday, Saturday. I have not been able to move it to the end of the month. So unfortunately, I don't get to go to Huntsville. I was just going to go Saturday morning to Sunday afternoon, but it sucks. I was really looking forward to going there and then seeing Gigaparts too. But most likely I won't be there. They still haven't changed my training days this weekend. So that kind of sucks. I could call in sick, but then if I live streamed, I might get in trouble. Wait, you're sick. Why are you live streaming from Alabama? They do actually look at stuff like that. So you got to be careful these days what you do. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks, Andrew, for sending the email. We, could see that something actually went back and forth. If you're still here, Brocam, check out Brocam's channel. Next weekend, yeah, you definitely can't go.
No, sorry.
I was inviting my wife to drive. If I could leave like Wednesday night, we could drive over. I said, we take a few days, and her only question was, are we going to go eat some nice places? We can eat wherever you want. I don't care. I was just seeing if you want to do a road trip, but I don't know. We'll see. But Michael, you got anything coming up on your channel, getting out in line?
I was filming around. I'm not sure I'm going to be releasing a video this week, but hopefully this next week. And Paul and I are kind of talking offline a little bit about maybe doing some POTA activations and together, and we'll both produce something from that. So that sounds like fun.
I've been wanting to do it more, so if I can get Michael involved, maybe that'll encourage us to set schedules and start doing it.
But I'm telling you, like my garage lately, I have a big clock with a temperature on there. 115 degrees, a little warm, folks, for a garage. So that
You're not
tells
in
you
there
how
now,
hot
are
it
you?
is outside. Huh? No.
You're not in there now, are you?
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
at my hand check. Don't you see everything?
Yeah, I noticed. You got a lot of modern equipment there, Michael.
Yes.
I was using Hextenna yesterday, testing it, just SWR, not testing comms, but I'll try to put that video out and then maybe a usage video. But tested the alpha antenna Hextenna, which is pretty easy setup, but kind of a problem when you go to switch frequencies because you got to move 2 whips. And anyway, I'll try to do that video later, maybe this week or next. It may end up being after Tokyo because I'm kind of just, my mindset is Tokyo, so I'm not thinking really of anything else. But regardless, I'll be here next Sunday night. Michael may be here as well. Frank's been, working hard, so he's not been around for a little bit.
And Chris,
cool,
that's
man.
very cool. I'm doing a
That's
10-mile
awesome.
veteran hike on Saturday, so Huntsville's out for me.
Very cool.
So road trips are kind of
Actually-
out for me for now. So until I can get some things sorted out.
I actually thought today that I might do like this is my workout routine and stretch routine for climbing towers. I want to do kind of like a parody with the old 80s videos and just like wear some bright neon something. I just wanted to make a funny parody video and just kind of show these are the kind of the stretches and exercises to try to keep my core in shape and stretch.
Yeah, Paul, I'm telling
climbing
you
towers.
again, Paul. I'm telling you that leotard did not look good on you.
Oh, I could try a different color. We'll see.
Yeah, the pink was a little bit much.
All right, guys. Don,
cool.
we will get your new job. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very
I think
cool.
I saw you mention that on another stream, maybe Crash Course. I can't remember. Congratulations, man. Got to let us know how it goes. And and we'll get together and we'll figure out some food for you. I'm going to order. I showed my wife. I've had the Blue Alpine freeze dryer open in my shopping cart from Blue Alpine on my browser for almost 3 days. It's just been sitting there waiting to click buy. So I'm going to buy it and I'm going to get going on it. I've been watching some other YouTubers who actually make quite a bit of money. They built up quite a big freeze drying business, but I'm going to start small with certain types of foods. And Dawn, you're going to be a perfect prime example of the kind of person I want to tailor some of my food products for. So it'll work good for you and it'll work good for me. So we'll get together on that.
Chris, Paul's got a lot of great tower climbing videos on there. And there's another one. Andrew has a channel, but he doesn't ever post on it. But he doesn't post very much. But he did a 360 cam on Rawson Tower. And if I can get the link, I don't have the link handy right at the moment. But that was pretty stomach turning. It's about 1,700. It's 1,500 and 1,700 feet as the 2 platforms that we have antennas on there. It's a 2,000 drone. No, I think he actually wore a 360 camera.
Oh yeah, he uses his drone a lot too. Does some pretty cool drone shots. But anyway, that's it, guys. So I don't think I'll be at Huntsville, so probably not going to be doing anything from there. So until next week's Ragchew, and then the following weekend, Tokyo Ham Fest. Oh, is that backwards? I got to look at it this way. Hopefully I can get some good video for you all.
JI1 GBC.
All right, guys. Thanks, 73. See you next week on the Sunday Night Ragchew.
Y'all take care now.